I'm going to share something with you that is so shocking, so unbelievable. You will not believe your eyes and ears when I play this clip from Spencer Pratt, and he's right on the money. The war is just starting in LA. And I'll tell you this, the mayor and her colleague friend running against her now, oh, you guys might want to think about leaving the country and go to a place where there's no extradition. If what he's saying is true, and other people that I know in LA, what they're saying is true, you both will be behind bars before much longer. Maybe they'll put you next to Belter. We'll be talking about that case a little later too. We're going to play this clip for you here, and I'm going to tell you what, you're going to have a holy you know what moment. Trying to keep it clean here because we are the Common Sense Show. Dave Hodges, the host, and we are freeing America one enslaved mind at a time. And we're not taking any prisoners anymore. And we're going to be talking about, I don't know what day we're going to drop this, but I'm going to talk about the things that we need to do nonviolently to keep our country and to actually begin to take it back from the criminals that are running it. Is everybody in office a criminal? No, I'm friends with a lot of politicians. I've had politicians, ex-politicians on my show a lot. There's many good people. But the ones who seem to be calling the shots right now are not on your side. We're witnessing the greatest wealth redistribution in world history right here. The middle class is being robbed blind. It's being eviscerated right before our eyes. Corruption is the rule of the day. It's like they got a hold of the Ten Commandments. They wrote in 11th, thou shalt be corrupt. And you are. And I'm done. Where the gloves are coming off, and we're going to defend the little guy here. We're going to defend the American citizen, which is the little guy in all this. I said something on an interview I did today with a couple of friends of mine. I said, not only are we going through the biggest wealth redistribution in American history, probably in the world, we are witnessing the degradation of our society, the attack upon our family, the attack upon our faith, and we're done with it. We're done. And we're going to be talking about what we can do. And I get my original inspiration from the Canadian truckers, but that's not where it's going to end. And everything that I propose here is nonviolent. We don't do anything violent here on the Common Sense Show, except if you're quartered, self-defense, you can't run away. Well, then you do have to defend yourself. But the reality is this: we have a Christian duty and a constitutional duty to call out corruption. Only in this case, I don't have to do the calling out. Spencer Pratt did it for me. I love this guy. I absolutely love this guy. He reminds me of an entertainer's Charlie Kirk. No compromise, reasonable, intelligent, articulate, can think on his feet like no one's business. Man, can he be attacking? He's like an attack dog. Wait till I play this for you. Anyway, we're brought to you by 7702. That's an IRS code. My wife and I are sitting in our attorney's office the other day, who handles our trusts and so forth and so on. And given the nature of some of the work that I've done in the past and she's done, we need to have some legal guardrails here. And we actually have set up a trust and this and that and the other. And we're concerned about inheritance. It'd be nice to live forever. No, not really. I'm looking forward to life on the other side. But why, when we depart here, we want the young ones to enjoy the fruits of our labor. But because of Joe Biden, they're stealing everything on inheritance now. It's incredible, the tax bomb that's coming. So, what we're going to look at here is very quickly, we're going to look at what Ironhawk Financial can do for you. It'll set you up to where you don't have the tax bomb for your kids. Hope I don't set off the algorithm with that. That's just a expression, figure of speech. We're also going to talk to you about how you can set up things to drive money, make money, income. Simultaneously have your insurance needs met, your end of life care needs met. And like I said, you can make money on this and it's tax free, all courtesy legally of IRS code 7702. And this only used to be open to people like the Rockefellers. Well, now because of guys like Joe Lombardi and Arnhawk Financial, it's available to you. Now, it is an involved process. It's not simple. Completely legal and above board, and they dot every I and cross every T, and it takes a little bit of time. But if you don't do it, your little ones are going to be suffering, and they'll be selling off everything that you worked for just to pay Biden's tax. That's right. Now, here's what you can do. Go to dhawk.com. That's dhawk.com. Put in your contact information and they'll call you. They're not going to pressure you. In fact, actually, they're going to look at you objectively and they'll tell you immediately, we can help you. We really probably can't help you. And they'll make some suggestions on maybe what your next step should be. So you're not going to get any high pressure. You actually have to be approved and you have to go through approval process like a credit card company, but they are going to look at your situation and say, well, we can really help this person. Or if they can't, they'll tell you. dhawk.com is where you want to go. Boy, oh boy, do we have something to play for you. Here we go. Spencer Pratt. Man, has this guy got a future. And I'm glad to help get behind him and support him.
Now that the campaign portion of my mission to save Los Angeles is coming to a close, and I'm moving on to the next, more interesting phase, listen.
Before he talks about that interesting phase, and it is interesting, in case you didn't know, he was the third candidate in votes, even though he was securely in second place. But then votes started to come in after the election. And there was one drop I remember reported in LA media. So this isn't Dave Hodges saying this. This is LA media. 20,000 votes came in today, and all of them went to, not Spencer Pratt. How do you get 20,000 votes in a batch, and they're all for one candidate? Can someone explain that to me logically? Well, you can't. You can't. And Trump has made noise about this. Hey, listen, President Trump, if you're worth your salt, you need to show up in LA with the DOJ and start kicking butt with an investigation. Anyway, back to Spencer.
I've spent a lot of time slaying everybody. I've ridiculed everyone on the roster. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take the chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. You think you can get rid of me that easily? I know a lot of dim-witted jerks thought I was in this for a grift, that I was going to roll up and leave town if I didn't get into City Hall. It's just not fair. Hey, morons, I didn't get in this for political power. I got in this to expose this corrupt machine, and nothing has changed. You enjoy your worthless meetings in City Hall.
Nithya, you have all this information. You're running for mayor. Show what you're really about, or get the fuck out of the race.
I'm going to be lighting you up every single day, and now I don't have to worry about offending CNN viewers. I don't have a campaign laws hamstringing me now. It's war. It's 0 hour for Los Angeles. Angelinos are now stuck with two morons responsible for all their problems, and they have to choose between Dumb and Dumber. That's not a choice. That's the machine protecting the machine. And now every problem that plagues Los Angeles because of these two corrupt communists is going to accelerate. And the city will tumble headlong into the abyss. You have no idea how many major developers, hoteliers, business owners, entrepreneurs have been texting me saying they're packing up and leaving town. More of your favorite restaurants will be shuttering. That means less tax revenue. That means the city has to cut services. More potholes, less firefighters, less police patrols, more criminals, more drug addicts terrorizing your communities. And we haven't ended it. You have no idea how bad things are about to get for this city. Look at this place already. Weeds growing from every crack and crevice. Graffiti over every square inch of public space. Garbage, drugs, feces, burned up dogs, burned down towns, abandoned storefronts. This city is a mess, and you're about to reward the arsonist who torched a place with 4 more years of destruction?
I know he's very bitter.
My goal hasn't changed. I've been laser focused on stopping these commie animals, and I will stop them. If you think we uncovered a lot of fraud and evil in the campaign, just wait. We have some recordings of one of your exalted candidates doing and saying something that would make her resign in shame. I was
Whoa, do you hear that? He says he's got evidence. Kind of like what Tulsi's coming out with. We'll talk about that either this weekend or on Monday.
saving it for the general election. Go ahead and pick your demon, certify your choice, and then you get to see it. So Karen, Nithya, ask yourself, is it possible that one of your employees may have a recording of you doing or saying something that would force you to resign in disgrace? Hope you sleep well at night over the next 5 months, because you know who hasn't slept well at all for the last 17 months? My mom. All my neighbors in the Palisades, all the moms who worry about their kids walking past drug addicts in front of their schools, all the business owners getting crushed in the LA economy, worried that they can't stay in business and feed their kids. Angelinos have been struggling for years now, all while corrupt politicians and fraudulent NGOs profit off the misery and fleece us for the tax dollars. Well, now we're flipping the script. I want all of you awake at night sweating and worried about 5 a.m. when the FBI blazers bust in the door, breaking open your office, because I assure you, they're coming. You think your election was going to stop me? If you want to stop me,
you're going to have to fucking kill me!
Sorry about that explicative there. I'm sorry, because that's not how we conduct our show. But I didn't have a way to edit that out. I just am going to say this to you. Everything this man does and exposes, I'm going to amplify here. And here's why. Here's why. Jesus walked through the temples and turned over the tables. He chased the money changers out. He set the path. We're not supposed to just idly sit by and let this corruption continue. And some of this corruption has deadly consequences for people, many times. So Spencer Pratt is a man on a mission, and we need more like him. This is what Donald Trump used to be. Oh, he was a little more civilized. You didn't hear the F-bombs, but the reality is it's the same. It's the same. This is what the founding fathers did to get this country off to a good start. This is a message to the king. Well, to all the kings who were leading the biggest wealth transfer in American history, the deprivation of constitutional rights, and the embezzling that's going on that's just off the charts crazy, your day's coming. People are fed up, and they're going to start acting collectively. Now, I'm going to be here to try to direct those actions to be in a peaceful manner. I can't control what everybody does. But the other side, who misused Antifa for their political purposes, yeah, I can't control what people do. But I'll say this: act responsibly, don't act violently, stop using F-bombs. It doesn't really get you anywhere. And what I want you all to do right now is to stay tuned, because we're going to have some collective action. I tried toss them all. And guys, you can still do a lot of that, and some of it's worked. It should have worked across the board. We unelect everyone in office, and we replace these highfalutin millionaires on their way to billionaires with people like Joe the plumber, who works hard, supports his family, is a good family man, goes to church on Sunday. That's who we need in Congress. That's who we need as the mayor of our cities. We don't need these grifting creeps who are wrecking America. I know we're an empire in decline. And when empires go in decline, history shows that it gets plundered. Well, we're looking at the plundering right now. I believe we can come back from this. Number one, we got to develop our spiritual backbone and recognize who's really the king here. His name starts with a J, ends with an S. That's the first step. The second step is not to tolerate criminality. Don't look the other way. Ask for divine intervention. Ask for the Holy Spirit to come. Turn this around. And enough of us do this, we can send these people packing, hopefully a lot of them to prison. But even if we don't get our way legally, we could get our way politically. But there's some things we got to do to force change. And not one of them is violent. Stay tuned, because it's coming. And by the way, anytime you see something on Spencer Pratt, send it to me. That's my guy.